Hi there. We talked in the previous video about the past perfect and the simple past. We mentioned the cases on when to use the simple past, the cases of when to use the past perfect, the form of the past perfect, and now we will be continuing with an exercise on these two tenses. I will quickly summarize what we talked about. Regarding the simple past, it's an action that happened in the past, finished in the past, and we know the time. As for the past perfect, it's when we have two actions in the past. We called it the past before another past. It's the oldest action. We said that we can use it with the adverb of time, by the time. The verb in the adverb clause of time should be in the simple past. The verb in the main clause would be in the past perfect because this verb shows that it's the oldest one among these two verbs. The third case was when we used the past perfect in the reported speech. We said that when the actual verb is in the simple past, the reported verb would be in the past perfect. And the last note was when we have the adverbs of time before and after, the simple past or the past perfect can be used. Either one of them can be used. Both are correct. We also talked about the form on how to form the past perfect. We said that with the past perfect, we have to add the verb have as the helping verb. And since it's the past perfect, the verb have would be changed to had. So it's the past form of the verb have used with the main verb in the past participle form. Now let's move to the exercise. In this exercise, we have to use either the simple past or the past perfect to complete the sentences. In some cases, either tense is correct. Let's start with the first example. Samir, verb to be, a newspaper reporter before he verb become a businessman. So here, as you can see, you have, first of all, we always look for clues. We have the expression of time, the adverb of time before. So we know that the verb be is older than the verb become because Samir was a newspaper reporter and then afterwards he became a businessman. Since the verb be is the oldest verb, we use it in the past perfect had been. But since we have the expression of time before and the relationship between these two actions, the verb be and the verb become, is very clear, therefore we can use either the simple past or the past perfect, was or had been. Both are correct. And since the verb become is the second verb, it's the newest one among these two, so we use the simple past, became. Number 2, I, verb feel, a little better after I, verb take, the medicine. As always, we have to look for the clues. So here we have the expression of time after. It shows that we have two actions. One of them is older than the other one. So which one do you think is older, the feel or take the medicine. Surely you can see that, first of all, I took my medication and then I felt better. So the verb take is older. Therefore, the verb feel should be in the simple past and the verb take should be in the past perfect. However, since we have the expression of time after, and as we mentioned, the time relationship between these two verbs is so clear and obvious. And as you can see, these two verbs were somehow close in time. So using the simple past with the oldest verb is also correct. So you can either say, I felt a little better after I had taken the medicine, or I felt a little better after I took the medicine. Both are correct. Now, number 3, I was late. The teacher gave already a quiz when I forget to class. Again, two verbs, give and get. Which one do you think is the oldest? The teacher gave the quiz or I arrived to class? Definitely it's going to be the verb give as the oldest verb. So I was late. The teacher had already given a quiz. The second verb should be in the simple past when I got to class. Again, when I got to class, it's the time clause. So the verb in the time clause, when the sentence is in the past, the verb should be in the simple past. Now, number 4, it was raining hard, but by the time class, verb to be, over, the rain, verb stop. So the verb be and the verb stop. Which one happened first? Which one is the oldest? The class was over or the rain stopped? Well, here actually is the rain stopping was the oldest action. Oldest action, it means it should be in the past perfect, and the class was over would be in the simple past. So it was raining hard, but by the time class was over, the rain had stopped. Number 5, millions of years ago, dinosaurs roamed the earth, but they were become extinct by the time people first appear. Here you have 3 verbs. Let's look for clues to tell us about the time when these verbs occurred or happened. The first clue, the first expression of time is millions of years ago. This is a specific moment in the past. With specific moments in the past, we use the simple past. So here, the verb roam should be in the simple past. Millions of years ago, dinosaurs roamed the earth. But they become extinct by the time people first appear. Here, which clue do you have that can tell us, can give us an idea about when the action occurred? Well, we have the expression of time by the time. the adverb of time by the time. And as mentioned before, when we have by the time, the clause, the verb in this clause should be in the simple past, and the verb in the main clause should be in the past perfect. Again, to look at them, the verb become and the verb appear. Which one happened first? Did the people first appear, or the dinosaurs become extinct? Surely the dinosaurs became extinct, and then afterwards the people appeared. So this is the oldest verb we have, therefore the past perfect. Now number 6, I see never any of Picasso's paintings before I visit the art museum. First of all, you have the verb see and the verb visit. Which one do you think happened before? Which one is the oldest verb? Let's look for the expression of time that will help us guess. So the expression of time is before. So do you think the verb see or the verb visit happened before? Here it's the verb see, because before I visited this, I had never seen any of his paintings. So the verb never see should be in the past perfect because it's the oldest verb. However, since we have the expression of time before and the relationship between these two verbs is very clear and obvious, therefore we can also use the simple past. So you can either say, I had never seen any of Picasso's paintings before I visited. This is the second verb. I had never seen any of Picasso's paintings before I visited the art museum, or I never saw any of Picasso's paintings before I visited the art museum. Number 7, after work, I went to Rosa's office to give her a ride home, but I couldn't find her. She, verb leave, with someone else. So I went to the office, but when I got there, I found that Rosa had already left. So this is the oldest verb, past perfect, had left. Number 8, I got ready to pay the bill, but when the verb look in my pocket, I discovered that I verb leave my wallet at home. So the verb look and the verb leave, which one do you think is the oldest one? Looking inside my pocket when I'm at the shop, or leaving my wallet at home? Of course, the verb leave is the oldest one. So I had left because it's the oldest one, past perfect, and the verb look should be in the simple past because it happened second. With some embarrassment, I told my friend that I will forget my wallet. So again, I told her, and the forgetfulness happened before. So this is the oldest one. I forgot before I told her, so I had forgotten my wallet. She kindly offered, because I had forgotten and then she offered. She kindly offered to pay my part of the bill for me. With this, we finish everything related to the past perfect. In case you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the box below.